one, the lessons that we learn about the conversation between God and Moses is that number one, being a leader requires you to have humility. Being a leader, you should have humility. In that, Moses was very humble before God. Number two, obedience. You should always obey God's commands. Yes? You should not, even if Moses feared. He feared, but he went and took up the what? The task. If you are scared of doing a task, you ask yourself, why am I scared? And then you tackle the challenges, but don't do what? The fear should not stop you from taking up the task. We're usually told, even if you don't know what to do, if someone asks you, do you know how to do something? You say yes. And then you figure it out how it's being done. Right?
Yes.
So, you should always obey God's instructions because there's always good results.
Yes.
Because at the end of this story, you find that the Israelites, they went where? To Canaan. Also, if God is giving you a task, if God is giving you any task, He always gives you the tools that are going to help you to fulfill that task. So, always remember that. Number three is that God is very patient with us. We all have as human weaknesses, and God is patient with our human weaknesses. Because if in our story, you will find that Moses doubted himself. He was hesitant, but God was patient with him. Also, when God calls you, it's because He knows your skills. He knows your purpose and your capabilities, right?
Yeah.
So you should always say yes to God. And then God desires to have a relationship with all human beings. He wanted to have a relationship with Moses. That's why He called him. Because a relationship is whereby you know each other well. That's why first He told him, I am the God of who? Abraham, Jacob and Isaac. So God desires to have a personal relationship with human beings. And then always remember that when you have challenges, God always has a way out for you. Anytime you have challenges, God has a way out. And then God has the ability to transform any ordinary thing to be of divine power. God has that power to turn you think something is very ordinary, and then you find that thing tends to be your divine power. And I can give you a very good example. There's some time back we were doing election, not last elections. Last elections took place in 20 what? When did we vote? 20? It was 2022.
Yes.
The previous one before 2022 was 20?
17.
Do you remember the Githeri man? It was a simple thing. He just took his Githeri on the line of voting, right? But his video went what? Viral, yes? It went viral. Do you also know the other child who does this? It's called what? He was, I don't know, rowing. It was just a simple thing that he was doing and he went viral. So God has the ability of turning something very simple, yes, it becomes huge. And then God's call comes with a responsibility. That is, any of your God's call takes you, gives you a chance to be very responsible, to take up the challenge and be guaranteed that you're going to take it out. Again, and then you summarize the work in your exercise book. That is what we are being told here. So, tell me what you've learned today before we go on. Tell me what you've learned today. Tell me, yes? Sorry? We should be obedient to God. What have you learned today? Yes? By having faith in God, yes?
God has the way out to in all our challenges.
God has a way out to all our challenges. Go wash your face, clean your face, and make sure you see the water. Yes? Yes?
People whom the society thinks that they are not questioned.
Yes. Like he chose Moses, he was looking after the what? Sheep. Very good. Yes.
God has power over life.
God has power over life. Go clean your face. Yes. We should not doubt God. Yes. Very good.
God can send anyone to remove you from anything that you are stuck on.
Yes, true.
What is impossible to man, God is possible.
Yes, very good.
When God gives us tasks, He provides us with the necessary tools that we need to succeed.
Yes, very good. Yes, we should always try something before deny it. Yes? You wanted to say that? Repeat whatever you wanted to say. It's still okay. I'm okay with it. God is all powerful. Yes?
We should not give up.
Yes, we should not give up in life.
God can use normal, ordinary people to work out for our work.
True, very good. Yes?
Escape God's call.
Yes, you cannot escape God's call.
God hears for our cries.
Yes, God hears our cries. Very good. 7.
So, the following are some of the lessons learned from this course. This course between God and Moses from Exodus chapter number 4 verse 9 to 15. Point number 1. Obedience to God's instructions yields good results. Although initially Moses feared to take up the task of liberating the Israelites, he got good results afterwards. Number 2. When God gives someone a task, he provides the necessary tools, support, and guidance to ensure the task is completed successfully. Number 3. God is patient with human weakness. He tolerated Moses' hesitations, doubts, and inadequacies. He did not react in anger. Number 4. God's calling is not based on human strength, skills, but on His divine power and purpose. Number 5. God desires a personal relationship with human beings. This is clearly seen in the dialogue between Moses and God. Number 6. When we face challenges, God guides and provides a way out to ensure that His plans are accomplished. Number 7. God has the ability to transform ordinary things into instruments of His divine power. He turned the rod into a snake to show His power to Moses. Number 8. Leadership requires humility. Moses was humble and having the resources. And finally, God's call not only comes with responsibility, but also with assurance that He will be with His servant through the mission.
Yes. Very good. So clap for him. Now I want us to learn about, I don't know whether we are going to start, it's 51, but we can start. We are going to learn about a plague. A plague is a calamity. Actually, it's a widespread outbreak of a disease. It is. When it's widespread, it's just like, you know how COVID was?
Yes.
It was everywhere, just like that. It's an outbreak. So can we open our Bibles? We read Exodus chapter 7 from verse 14. So we are going to start Exodus chapter 7 from verse 14 to chapter 11. So everyone is going to read more than 3 verses. We start here. Yes, it's okay. I have no problem.
Exodus 11, 14.
Wait.